welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do a simple video on how we can cluster this textual data into different groups. So often this clustering becomes very handy whenever we need to kind of group together or kind of cluster together some similar sentences. And it's unsupervised technique, so like we can actually use it in a large variety of data set if we are not doing any supervised approach actually. So this approach or this clustering can be done using different approaches, but today we are going to do a simpler one using the embeddings basically. So now let's get started. So we need to kind of load some of the packages for this particular use case, and for this we are using sentence transformers, and sentence transformer library has the dependency of torch. So from sentence transformer I'm loading DistilBERT, which is the lighter version of BERT model actually. If you have that much computation power in your system, or even you can actually leverage the power of GPU, feel free to actually use the later models which are giving promising results than this particular model. So for the sake of demo I'm actually choosing DistilBERT because it's a very lightweighted and we can quickly show or demonstrate something. And along with it I'm loading some preprocessor function. This is more to actually kind of clean the data a little bit, and we are using k-means clustering technique to kind of group the data once we have the embeddings, and we have few visualization libraries as well. And now we can actually kind of run the packages. So if the embedding model is actually freshly loading, then it will take some time to load it from the repository, or else it will actually take it from your cache memory. So that is done, and then we are actually reading the data. The data is actually a very small data set, and it is just to show you a demo, and you can actually fit in with your data set basically, so which is having more context or meaning. So this is just a Twitter data set, and it talks about like a lot of stuffs. Mainly it was a data set which I took from positive negative sentiment actually. So here itself you can see some labels already here, so it's mostly used for sentiment classification, this particular data set. So I'm just taking some data, and yeah, so you can see like a lot of cleaning is required because the Twitter data is always like comes with a lot of characters and all the other uh, uh, messy formats actually. So we need to kind of clean the data, and for that I'm just using a defined cleaning one which I've used it for my previous exercises. So I'm just cleaning the data, and yep, I'm currently running the data here, and I'm invoking that particular one into a column called clean tweet, so that yep, so we have the tweet and we have the clean tweet. So it mainly removes the mentions like at user or at that name, something like that, then hashtags, then all the other special characters. So if you can see here, like there are like a lot of things which is defined here, so it mainly use regex cleaning basically. So for the sake of demo we are actually subsetting the data to top 100 because embedding is a very computationally intensive process, so I don't want to take much time for it at this point, so I just minimize it to top 100. So now the corpus size is 100 actually. So the next part is we are embedding that particular corpus using the DistilBERT embedding. So if you run this, then it will take some time to actually kind of run, and since it's a very small data set and since it is DistilBERT, it will not take much time. So that's why I've chosen DistilBERT. So once you run this, maybe I can show you what the data looks like. So corpus embeddings of, maybe I can subset and show for an example. So you can see it is an array of yeah, so it will be 768. So that is the dimension of that particular vector basically. So each sentences is actually converted into that much dimensional vector basically. So you can see like that is the dimension basically. Next, I am defining the data to be clustered around two topics, or like it should be clustered into two groups. If your data is more meaningful and like having more number of clusters, just feel free to change it actually. So here we need to define the clusters, how many clusters we need for the data to be grouped. And here we are constructing that k-means clustering model. And then this is the place where we are fitting that particular embedding. So instead of textual data directly, we are actually putting the embeddings basically here. So embeddings are vector dimensions of a particular word or a sentence or whatever which we have given. And that is what we are actually fitting using a k-means clustering here. So that is the part where we need to take care. And then that value is getting assigned into a variable called cluster assignment. So if I run this thing, then yep, it happens pretty quickly actually. So if you want to see what is cluster assignment, maybe I can show you what exactly it is. It will be an array actually, array of clusters basically. So either it is 0 or 1. It's as simple. So if you want to cluster it into 3, then we give the number as 3 here, and it takes the k-means into 3, and then we are fitting the model, and yep. So then it will be like this. So basically it has 3 groups at this point. So for this demo, let's choose 2, and we have the cluster assignment, and this one I'm just creating a cluster df to kind of visualize the result of whatever. So each of the corpus data is actually assigned to a cluster. So now let's kind of understand how the results are looking like. So it is just looping, and it is actually bundling with a cluster print statement actually. So here you can see cluster 1, it's mainly talking about, I think like it is mostly some positive or wishes or something like that. So yeah, so I'm thankful, happy Father's Day, lovely. Then mostly it is positive kind of, birthday Your Majesty, feeling blue, I don't know what it means, thank you, super love. Okay, so cluster 2, it's mostly talking about, yeah, it is little negative. So it is disinfection, and is so selfish, he drags his kids into his dysfunction. Then you can see some sentences actually. Yep, mostly it is not positive. I think that's the reason why it got clustered into this particular group. So yep, it is talking about, yeah, some of them are positive, but some of them are little negative. I think that's the reason why it got clustered into this particular group. So let's it will become more meaningful if your data is more like having proper content. So here in this example, it's just Twitter data, and it is mostly written comments actually. So it's very hard to kind of group. So now let's visualize the data and try to see what it means. So so I'm just visualizing for both the clusters, and here it is mainly, yeah, thankful, love, feeling, birthday. So it is mostly a positive vibe. And here, yeah, here I am not seeing any much pattern, but it is definitely not positive. So even though we can see some love and everything around, but yeah, it is mainly talking about something like an incident or some things. So that's it, and so it's a pretty easy way to kind of cluster your sentences into different groups. So there are other sophisticated techniques actually which can be used for unsupervised unsupervised clustering actually. Like anyway, clustering is one which you can actually rely upon, like whenever you don't want to kind of bundle the data in a supervised way. So that's it, and thanks a lot for watching this video, and have a great day. Thank you.